Students, we continue with acids, bases and salts. Okay, we'll see pH of salts. Activity 50. Collect the salt samples like sodium chloride, aluminum chloride, copper sulfate, sodium acetate, ammonium chloride, sodium hydrogen carbonate and sodium carbonate. Dissolve them in distilled water. Check the action of these solutions with litmus paper. Find pH using pH paper. Classify them into acidic, basic or neutral salts. By using litmus paper, you can classify them as acids, bases or salts, right? Identify the acid and base used to form the above salts. Record your observations in table 3 given below. You record the observations in this table. Salts of a strong acid and a strong base are neutral and the pH value is 7. Strong acid or strong base, they are neutral and the pH value is 7. The salts of a strong acid and weak base are acidic. Strong acid and weak base salts are acidic and the pH value is less than 7. If they are acidic in nature, their pH value is less than 7. Strong salts of strong base and weak acid are basic in nature and the pH value is more than 7. Salts which form from strong base and weak acid, they are basic in nature and their pH value is more than 7. What do you say about salts of both weak acid and weak base? In such cases, the pH depends on the relative strengths of acid and base. In such cases, whether it is strong, when both weak acid and weak base are combined, they depends upon their relative strengths. Okay. Next, chemicals from common salts. Salts are the ionic compounds which are produced by the neutralization of acid with base. Salts are electrically neutral. There are number of salts, but sodium chloride is the most common among them. Sodium chloride is also known as table salt or common salt. Sodium chloride is used in enhance the taste of food. Whatever we are using common salt is sodium chloride. Seawater contains many salts dissolved in it. Sodium chloride is the predominant component and it is separated from these salts. Deposits of solid salts are also found in several parts of the world. These deposits of large crystals are often brown due to impurities. This is called rock salt. Beds of rock salts were formed when seas of bygone ages dried up. When the rock salt is formed when bygone ages dried up in the seas. Rock salt is mined like coal. Common salt, a raw material for chemicals. The common salt is an important raw material for various materials of daily use, such as sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, and many more. Let us see how one substance is used for making all these different substances. We will see sodium hydroxide from common salt. When electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride called brine, it decomposes to form sodium hydroxide. When electricity is passed through aqueous solution of sodium chloride, you will be getting sodium hydroxide. The process is called Chloro-Alkali process because of the products formed chloro for chlorine and alkali for sodium hydroxide. This process is called Chloro-Alkali process because chloro is formed from chlorine and alkali is formed from sodium hydroxide. Okay. 2 NaCl plus 2 H2O gives 2 NaOH plus chlorine plus hydrogen. Chlorine gas is given off at the anode and hydrogen gas at the cathode. Sodium hydroxide solution is formed near the cathode. The three products produced in process are useful shows the different uses of these products. Fuels, margarine, ammonium for fertilization. At cathode, what are used here? Chlorine, hydrogen and sodium hydroxide, right? So they are used for fuels, margarine, ammonium for fertilization. Chlorine is used as water treatment, swimming pools, PVC, disinfectants, CFCs, pesticides. And sodium hydroxide is used as degreasing metals, soaps and detergents, paper making, artificial fibers. This hydrogen gas and chlorine gas is called as hydrochloric acid. They are used for cleaning steel, ammonium chloride, medicines, cosmetics. These two are used as bleach for household bleaches, bleaching fabrics. Okay, students. Next, we will see bleaching powder. You know that chlorine is produced during the electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride. This chlorine gas is used for manufacture of bleaching powder. This chlorine gas is used for manufacture of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is produced by the action of chlorine. On dry slaked lime. Bleaching powder is represented by the formula CaOCl2. Through the actual composition is quite complex. CaOH taken twice plus chlorine gives CaOCl2 plus H2O. Uses of bleaching powder. Where bleaching powder is used? It is used for bleaching cotton and linen in the textile industry, for bleaching wood pulp in paper industry, and for bleaching washed clothes in laundry. Used as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries. Used for disinfecting drinking water to make it free of germs. Used as a reagent in the preparation of chloroform. Okay students, I think you understood this. Your homework is, how does baking powder make the cake soft and spongy? Draw a neat diagram for showing acid solution in water conduct electricity. These two are your homework. Okay, thank you students.